Hello, welcome to a brand new day of free-to-play here on Magic the Gathering Arena. Get the dish on the latest with me, Lord Rumfish. Murders at Karlov Manor has released on Arena. So, it's time to get started on all the usual things. The way I like to do things on my free-to-play account is I play some Limited with the new set, and I will also go and play some Jump In, which they're going to make available tomorrow, I think. Or later today, maybe tonight. The Jump In will fill out the collection very nicely for a bunch of commons and uncommons from the new set. And playing Limited just in general will give me a bunch of cards from the new set. If I do well, it might also pay me back the gems that I just spent on the Mastery Pass for the new season. Either way, I hope to have some fun. So, let's get in here. So, I'll be using the Podcats drafting method. I made a video about that just recently, so if you're not familiar, with potential, defense, card advantage, tempo, synergy, and how I use it to value things, go give it a look. Okay, this is the one that makes a ton of clue tokens. Which is interesting. I'd rather have a card that wins the game, though, and Izoni could definitely do that. Is there any card in the pack that springs out more than Izoni does as a game winner by itself? I mean, Gearbane Orangutan could be a 4/4 for 3, but I think Izoni is the take here. Izoni wants to collect evidence, but by 6 mana it should be more likely we can do that. Analyze the pollen. Oh, this finds a land or a creature. Cool, cool. Would be in my colors that I've taken so far. Lumbering Laundry would just be a reasonable card no matter what color you're in. Gravestone Strider's a little ho-hum, but it fixes mana. Anything else really jump out at me? Tunnel Tipster might be pretty good. But I mean, finding a basic land early on would be fine too. Relive the past. Now this one requires some deck building constraints that I don't know if I can accomplish in a game of Limited. Getting an artifact, a land, and an enchantment in the graveyard. I mean, if I've got some self-mill, maybe. What else do we have? Slimy Dual Leech is okay. Coerced Kill's kind of cute. Tough choice, tough choice. Not sure if I want to take Coerced to Kill as my first blue card. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Slimy Dual Leech for right now. Glint Weaver. Well, if I end up with a ramp deck, this could be fun. Need to make sure I get some mana acceleration if I'm going to start taking 6 and 7 drops. Hard-hitting question. Well, looks like a good piece of removal. Is there any chance that the Glint Weaver could make it back to me? Maybe. I'm going to take the hard-hitting question right now, but I don't know if it's the correct answer right now. Maybe it should have been the 1/1 that does the Surveil. Still trying to read all the cards, even though I've seen the set. Basilica Stalker. This one's pretty mediocre. It'd be okay as a disguised creature. Trying to figure out what's even open right now. Seems to be every color of the rainbows in this pack. This one looks really strong. Yeah, this card looks really super strong. I will take it as a speculation on white. Oh yeah, there's the Disguise Land. It can also fix your mana when you flip it up. Topiary Panther's a really good one too. Actually, Topiary Panther is probably the take here. Getting stuff in the graveyard and then getting the land cycling. See, that's 6 converted mana towards Collect Evidence 8 or whatever, or it would be enough to trigger Izoni. Chalk Outline. This might be actually pretty strong and limited. Some people are eyeing this for Constructed. I think if you can trigger it for no mana the turn you play it, it might be okay in Constructed. In Limited, though, this might be really strong. Vengeful Creeper would be fine, too. I'm going to try the Chalk Outline, though. Lamasu, I've only got 1 white card so far. This one can make mana of any color. I guess I will take... No, I'm going to take the Public Thoroughfare. Being able to make any color of mana could be very useful. Let's see, this one can be like a 2/4 with reach that gains 2 life if you can collect evidence. It's not bad. Do I like it better than the Moroi? I mean, being able to flip up a flyer is probably pretty good. Oh, Tunnel Tipster came late. Yeah. Okay. This one works with artifacts, otherwise it's just kind of a forgettable creature. Could take Pick Your Poison, but I'll keep taking things that win the game right now. Jaded Analyst is not that good. I guess I'll take Airtight Alibi. There's 2 of them. Leyline of the Guild Pact. The only thing in Limited I could imagine doing with this card is the colorless case. That this would turn on the colorless case by making 5 colors. Not that exciting. Okay, that's a Graveyard Reanimation. Oh, Murder. Murder's pretty good. Nervous Gardener could also be a good take here. I don't know if I'd take it over top of Murder, though. This is a good defensive play. Good, like, defense tempo play. For if the opponent's doing things that are more powerful than what you're doing. Yeah, Nervous Gardener is the only other one that really calls out to me here. Homicide Investigator. I bet this is good in Limited. I don't know if it'll make it in Constructed. Let's see what else is in the pack. Private Eyes is kind of not the direction we're heading in. Could play Bustle, but we'll see what else there is. Oh yeah, Rubble Belt Maverick. I think this guy would be fine for the deck. I don't think I'd take it over the Homicide Investigator, though. Yeah, Homicide Investigator looks good here. Connecting the Dots is probably very good in Limited. I don't want to splash for a 2-mana off-color spell, though. Double blue, probably not. I mean, I guess you could always take disguise things, because you can play them face down for 3. That's interesting. A little red splash, this wouldn't be too bad of a card. What about you? You investigate. Maybe? Maybe? Don't know if that was the right take there. Oh, long goodbye. This can blow up disguise creatures because it goes past the ward ability. Other than long goodbye, it's Nervous Gardener. It's making me force this choice again between black removal and the Nervous Gardener. I still think it's long goodbye. Lead Pipe's not that exciting. Slice from the Shadows. This also can't be countered. Okay. Perfectly reasonable. Piece of removal for limited. Not too much else in the pack for me. So, yeah, is there anything in another color that's really powerful? This is pretty good. This isn't bad. Eh. Okay, there's a Surveil land. It's not for my colors exactly. There's not much else for me in this pack, though. I don't really want Fanatical Strength that badly. Or Toxin Analysis. Sure. I will take the rare. Maybe we'll end up with a white card. I mean, we've already got one white card, I guess. Well, I mean, Hazda Vigilante is a powerful card. I don't know if my deck's constructed to take full advantage of it or not, but yeah, it's a good, strong card. I just took a white source, and I have something that taps for any color of mana. Maybe I could splash a little white. Maybe not double white, though. I guess I could always just disguise it. That would keep me from going into blue in this pack. Maybe it's the take. There's a Nervous Gardener. Let's see, Shady Informant's not too bad. That would mean getting some red. I think Shady Informant's like the most powerful card there. Agency Outfitter's got to be the strongest card in this pack. I'll put it in the sideboard. No, I'm going to take the Magnifying Glass. Alright, Criminologists it is. 10th District Hero. I mean, I don't know. I've got a little bit of white, but only a little bit. What else is in here? Judith. If nothing else, she could turn her removal spells into imps. That's pretty good. Flourishing Bloomkin could be pretty good here. I mean, Judith seems maybe worth a splash. Doppelgang. I'm not really going to try to go into every color, am I? This takes so much mana. Commercial District's a little tempting now that I have a couple of red cards. Here's the Dual Leech again. Man, my mana curve is like flat. Look at this. Rubble Belt Maverick could be a nice smoothing piece here. But so could a Surveil land. Yeah? I'll take the Surveil land. Connecting the dots again. I don't know if I'm aggressive enough to make full advantage of connecting the dots with this deck. Pompous Gadabout would be a pretty good 3-drop. Doesn't block that well, but does attack well. Vengeful Creeper. You know what? I think I might like to have a Vengeful Creeper. Have some insurance against artifacts and enchantments. Doppelgang again. So much mana. I mean, okay, if you play it for 5, you get to copy a thing. And that could be good. I think I might still rather have the Nervous Gardener. Deadly Complication's a good card, but I don't know if I'm running red. Tunnel Tipster would also be quite strong. Would that be the take here? It's going to be the Gardener. Ooh, Crawl Whipcracker. That's nice. Don't think I can do the double white on the Ranger Captain of Eos. Let's see, yeah. I'm in the colors for Whipcracker. Looks good. Okay, this could be pretty aggressive. Or a hard-hitting question. I think I have enough removal. Let's take the Sample Collector. Do I want another Chalk Outline? Oh, the Flourishing Bloomkin. So I think if you play it for its disguise, this is a pretty great card in Limited, although... Tunnel Tipster. Well, I think Tunnel Tipster maybe is the better choice here. This is a hard choice, but I think I'm going to go with the Tunnel Tipster. I need to ramp. Okay. So I've got ramp. Do I need more top end? Or do I just want a Nervous Gardener? I mean, I think it is the Nervous Gardener. Okay, no blue, so there's not much in this pack for me. I'm going to sideboard this one. Rubble Belt Maverick, yeah. The Gadabout. Ooh, another Tunnel Tipster. And a Rubble Belt Braggart. Okay, so the first question to ask is, what does the deck look like if we take the excess colors out? Now, I could leave these lands in just because they are tap lands that surveil and make at least one of my colors. And that on its own might be worth including them. But if we take out the white and the red, then what does the deck look like at that point? Well, we don't have as many top-end drops for the deck. So then we have a lot of ramp, but not as many things to ramp up to. I don't know if I need to run Airtight Alibi. Maybe one copy. Let's cut one. Magnifying Glass can at least investigate, but if I don't need the ramp that badly, maybe it's just kind of a filler card. Alright, I'm looking to see how many cards I have that can trigger the Chalk Outline. Rubble Belt Maverick can do it. Analyze the Pollen could do it. Sample Collector can do it. And Izoni can do it. Well, that is a few ways to use a Chalk Outline. I'm a little nervous about putting a do-nothing enchantment into the deck, though. If I'm not able to trigger it regularly. I think I actually ended up with more Tunnel Tipsters than I need. I don't have that many Morph creatures, and I don't need that much ramp. That puts me at 17 creatures, which is a pretty good count. I've got some removal. You know, hard-hitting question, slice from the shadows, long goodbye, murder. I've got a trick in the form of airtight alibi. And then I've got a deck that can put some things in the graveyard and collect some evidence. Doesn't look that strong. So I've decided to add the red back in because it seemed like the deck was lacking a little bit of power at the top end. Shady Informant I could technically play as a morph and then, a disguise creature, and then flip it up for just black mana. So I don't even have to have red to play this card. Judith is definitely a red splash. I do have some instants and sorceries in the deck. And that can let me make 2/2 imps that shock the opponent's face. Revelbelt Braggart is a little bit forgettable. It's at a high enough mana cost that it's splashable. And it can turn itself into a menace creature if I feel like I can take the front foot on offense. Let's see, Alibi I can probably drop. And maybe a Nervous Gardener. Okay, so it's kind of important to hit some green mana at some point to fix my mana. The Nervous Gardener can do that. Or it can get out the Tunnel Tipster to help ramp. Also, green can help me cast Analyze the Pollen on turn 1. So I'm going to drop a swamp and add a forest. And I think that'll be the deck. We are up against Amo Hefe? No black mana, but there is a Nervous Gardener. I think I will try it. It's a little scary. If something happens to the Nervous Gardener, I could be in big trouble. Or if the opponent gets a very aggressive start, which they might. Oh, Topiary Panther. That'll smooth things out. Alright. So I can land cycle this whenever. Oh, would it be worth it to play the Gardener here? Probably better to set up for black mana next turn, right? I don't know. Yeah, I think I'd rather set up for the black mana. Probably be able to play something off the Goblin Mask Maker. Yeah. Alright. I think I would like to play the Crawl Whipcracker now, before they have a chance to crack their clue. Okay, let's kill the Mask Maker. Ouch. They have a very aggressive deck. Oh, I can find any land. Huh. Well, with a basic land type. That's interesting. I mean, I guess I could take, one of these surveil lands. Do I use it here, or do I get down Judith? If they have removal for Judith, it's terrible. I'm gonna play Judith. Okay, they're just buffing. Okay, jump block. Let's see. So, I think I go ahead and kill the face-down card. Make a 2/2. And, decline on the ward because it can't be countered. Don't need another land. We'll see if they have like a team pump spell or something to just kill me here. Can you burn me out? Maybe not. Okay. I think the play here is to play a disguised creature and hold up murder. Huh, sweeper. They're not gonna like this. Collect evidence 4. Can I get exactly 4? I think I can. There's a crawl and a nervous gardener. 4. Or attacks. Yeah. Spiders have reach. Sack a clue. Ooh. See, I think it's better to just keep that one at instant speed. go ahead and play the public thoroughfare. We got the mana. Alright. 4, we'll do the Shady Informant this time. And they're about dead. Unless they hit me with a burn spell here or something, I think they're in big trouble. I mean, I would just kill that with spiders. All of my things have menace. If I kill the vigilante... Let's see, X is 5, that would be plenty. I'm pretty sure they're dead. Just... Judith... Yep, Izoni. We're up against Trist. Mana looks better this time. Man. Opponents are leading on some aggressive starts. What? Well... Let's see, I could play the Whipcracker here, or I could play the Long Goodbye. A little bit curious how they'll deal with the Whipcracker. Just a bounce. Okay. Bounce is not that great. Because now I can do Whipcracker and a hard-hitting question. Okay. Well, let's see if they've got something for me. Not yet. Don't have the evidence for this guy yet. Let me lead on the gadabout. Hexproof on your turn. Forgot about that. Okay. 7. They didn't play anything with 5 mana. There is an Is-It Sweeper. Right, this is a very weird play pattern that they have, not playing anything when they're taking 7 damage. They're acting like they want to sweep the board. I think I hold here. I mean, maybe they just had nothing. So, long goodbye. Okay, yeah, they just had nothing. Alright. We're up against Gotek. Don't have black. I do have ramp. I do have a surveil. I think I keep it. Find me some mana. Those are not mana. Go to the grave. Looks like we might be up against detectives. Here is a tunnel tipster. And yeah, I can exile the Maverick from the graveyard to put a counter on a creature at sorcery speed. Otherwise, it's just a 1/1. Well, there's a black source. And I could play this and get down my black source. Yeah. Yeah. Counterspell, sure. It's fine. Murder, but without the mana to play it. That's rough. That's a decision, isn't it? I think I keep it. I know it's a little greedy, but it's a really powerful spell. Alright, Rubble Belt Braggart. Looks a lot better on 4 than on 5. Okay, opponent's got answers. Do I block? I think I do. Let's see. So I could use the Maverick to put a counter on the tipster, and then I would still have X equals 3 on the Slice from the Shadows. Alright. I think I will use it now. So this one's just a citizen, it's not actually a detective. When a detective enters the battlefield, and whenever a detective you control is turned face up, gets counters. Scary. Other than that, though, they just equipped up the thinking cap. So they don't have a token right now. I think I'm actually going to get the Homicide Investigator down. And come in. Alright. So I don't know that it's necessary to blow out this little 1/1 with a piece of equipment to try to get in for 4. I think I use a bit of patience here. Patience. Patience. That's a better target. Do you have 2 thinking caps in your deck? And do you have a magnifying glass? Would appear not. Alright. Well, let's get a face-down critter. And let them sweat about it for a second. Tunnel tipster grows. Yeah, let's get a surveil land. That could help. Alright, long goodbye. I mean, this can't target gigantic creatures anyway. Let's see what's coming up in the deck. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Alright. Long goodbye can't target big things. Okay. Good to know. Still gonna come in for 3. Still coming in for 3. Topiary Panther. Alright. We're against OBSC. They got all the colors of mana. I like it. Do I want a forest? I guess I do. It makes them mill, right? Yeah. They can also pump it. So, I could play the Nervous Gardener here just as a 2-2. It would let me start counter-racing them. I could also just wait till next turn and maybe hit the Fester Leech with a hard-hitting question. Because they're going to use their mana on turn 2. Okay, they lose a Swamp and a Drag the Canal. Those are not that good to have in the graveyard. Bubble Smuggler, sure. Well, Sample Collector is a stop sign for the Bubble Smuggler. I think that's a reasonable play this turn. Okay, they played a sacrifice effect. Now what? Put another Extract the Confession in the graveyard. They're losing some of their spells. Here's a Slimy Dual Leech. That's kind of a stop sign to their whole board. They could pump a Fester Leech, but that's mana intensive. Okay. That still leaves me a green. Alright. But would I like to have 2 green? Is there something I want to hit with the hard-hitting question this turn? I think there is. I think I'd like to go ahead and get rid of a Fester Leech. No attacks. They're trying to be the beatdown right now. We'll let them keep trying to play that role. Top 2 cards of your library, one in hand, other in your graveyard. They are milling themselves a lot. A 1-power flyer is not much of a clock. Yeah, not much of a clock. Not too worried about it. Okay, I would like an untapped black source. Well, it didn't need that many, but okay. So I can give a power 2 or less thing, +1/+0, and Death Touch. The Dual Leech can attack pretty well here. The Gardener would get blocked by the Bubble Smuggler. I think I do come in with the Dual Leech. And maybe I blow out some combat on their turn after they try to pump the Fester Leech. Well, that's just not cool. You want to pump it? Here. How about I slice it from the shadows? This is too much land. I am going to lose this game if I just keep drawing land. Yeah, this is awful. Okay. Four. Give me exactly 4. I'll take Murder and Slice. So yeah, that one can suspect itself and then start getting counters. Okay, so they've got enough blockers up to potentially kill Izoni if I attack. But I think I do it anyway, because making the spiders is really good. So yeah, sample collector and hard-hitting question. They don't block. They're afraid of whatever I have in my hand. I could actually activate the ability on this, but I think it's better not to. And I think maybe it's better to keep them afraid of what's in my hand. Sometimes the correct play is a little weird. But not blocking there was a very strange choice. Yeah. I see. Crawl Whipcracker has reach. I think I need stuff on the board more than I need to threaten to blow up a token. So let me just get some stuff down here. Spin the deck. Take a land that can let me surveil. Tunnel Tipster. Well, if I wait until next turn, I could get a +1 counter on him. Can I afford to wait? I think I can. Alright. Tunnel Tipster. Alright, no attack. +1 counter. There we go. Can suspect the creature you control, and then surveil when a suspected thing attacks. Okay. So yeah, this is not entering the battlefield, so I will not lose the life. This is big enough to go. How much mana do I have? Do I have 9? Yes, so I can threaten this card. And get the +1 counter on the Tunnel Tipster. Whew. We're up against Splash. I can get to the swamp. So I think this is alright. Maybe even get a surveil. Hard-hitting question. It's a pretty good card. I think I'm gonna take it. Remove an early creature pretty handily. Speaking of removing an early creature, I think this time I'm actually going to play the Nervous Gardener. You gonna burn out the Nervous Gardener? That means you don't get to play a thing. Connecting the dots. Okay. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and hard-hitting question this Mask Maker. Just be rid of it. I'll basically land cycle this at the end of their turn. Is there a chance they're going to come in with something with haste? I've got to win the game at some point. Face down. Okay, so if I play the Homicide Investigator and they block, then I'll get a clue? That seems reasonable. Oh, but what they want to do is attack for connecting the dots, right? Oh, man. Well, I get to draw. They may get to draw at some future time. They also have a surveil land. I wonder if they need the blue. Or if they're just playing it as a surveil land. They do need the blue. Interesting. Well, Homicide Investigator replaced itself. So that's nice. I do need the black mana, and I do need to get to 6 on time. So, Public Thoroughfare. Let's see, I guess if I wanted to get in safely this turn, I could just kill their face-down card before they could counterspell me or something. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, next is Izoni. With plenty of food. They also have a Homicide Investigator? I see. Here's 6 mana. Let us come in with the Gardener. Taking it. I could play the Shady Informant and hold up Murder. If they had a counterspell of some kind, that might be the better play here. Well, let me make sure I don't tap my black mana. Okay. I guess I'll murder the investigator then. Okay, so they're gonna draw. Attack before they know what's up. Yep, not blocking. Get a Surveil. Dual Leech? Sure. Sure. Izoni. Alright, can I get exactly 4? Murder and a hard-hitting question. There we go. Even if they remove Izoni, that's a lot of value. Yeah. And that was all their mana. And they can't come in. And I've got this Dual Leech. So I guess we'll just pump up one of my Menace guys and come in. That's 7. Seems to me like they're in big trouble. Well, I'm not gonna not come in. Just for fear of a face-down thing. Yeah, whatever. They're dead. We're up against... Vila Boy. I don't know. I black and a green and a tunnel tipster. Yeah. Give it a shot. Go ahead and lead on the tunnel tipster. Got the topiary panther as a thing I can do. They killed my tunnel tipster. I mean, that's not very nice. Anyway, let me go ahead and get a red. So what does this thing do? 3 or more creatures attacked this turn. Okay. So I could play a disguised creature, or I could play the sample collector. I think I'll get down the sample collector. I don't really want to collect evidence with it, though. I just want to block. When Izoni's coming, I think it's better to keep the stuff in the graveyard. Okay. My opponent has a crazy deck. Just a wild and crazy deck. Well, go big, I guess. Means flying till end of turn. Okay. They're doing that to solve the cases. I wish I had another mana so I could double spell here. I guess I can't afford to do that, though. Murder it? Okay. Get down here, Izoni. I need board presence. Let's see, a little awkward on adding up to 4. I will go ahead and take the 6 for now. No attacks. Yeah, I have a pile of clues. It seems like everything has just been going my opponent's way this whole game. With this many cards, they'll find an answer to Izoni. Probably. I mean, occasionally I find games where I draw a million cards and they're all land. Maybe that could happen here. Okay. Rubble Belt Maverick could surveil some stuff to the yard. That might be handy. I would like a hard-hitting question, though. I would really like it. Okay. Am I willing to throw away Izoni to a double block to make another couple of spiders? Yes. The answer is yes. Yes! So yeah, they're gonna... No? They're not gonna do it. Crazy. Well, I guess being most mana efficient is using the Loxodon Eavesdropper. Doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Okay. So they did find removal. It was already tapped, though. Feel good about that. Let's go, like... red... black... Draw a card. Let's go like... hard-hitting question. Well, maybe I should have held that for Judith. Spiders play good defense here. So how about I crash in with the Braggart and the Eavesdropper? I am not going to suspect it. They'd have to double block anyway. They go to 6. Play a morph. A disguised creature, you know what I mean. Okay. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but we're at 6 wins and 0 losses. The next game could be the last one. But even if I ended up going 6-3 from here, I would be very pleased. Anytime you get more than 4 wins, it's a cause for celebration. Because then you could theoretically go infinite off the number of gems you're making. I'm happy either way. But it is nice to get to 6-0. Let's keep going. We're up against Stormbringer. Hey, analyze the pollen. That'll get us a black mana. Although I think Rubble Belt Maverick's actually the play turn one with the surveilling. Oh, those are good. I'm about to shuffle the deck. So which one would I rather draw? I think I'd rather draw the creature. Yeah. Okay. Which method am I going to use to shuffle the deck? Probably the Topiary Panther. It's more mana efficient. They've played green and white. No plays turn 1 or 2. Inside source, okay. It's just a good solid 3-drop. I'm gonna shuffle away that hard-hitting question. And we are going to destroy a detective. And get in there with the Maverick. Yep. I could have blocked, but this thing can actually pump detectives later in the game. So if they have any other detectives, could be handy. Morph. Novice Inspector. Alright. So I've got a Slice from the Shadows. But the other thing I could do would be to analyze the pollen and play a 3-drop. Sample Collector could be interesting. I like to save the graveyard a little bit for Izoni, but I could Slice from the Shadows, but that can wait. I think I'm just going to... See, I've already got another Swamp. Yeah, I'll get a 3rd Swamp. It's fine. I'll play the Gadabout. No attack this turn. Do they have their 5th mana? That's when morph creatures are a little more scary. Nope, they're cracking the clue. Still don't have the 5th mana? Okay. Rubble Belt Braggart is a pretty good play this turn. And Pompous Gadabout would trade with 2 of their creatures if I had come in with it. So I will. Okay, that's 4. Rubble Belt Braggart. Now they've got to be thinking about removal. There's that mana, and it's black. Careful taps. Leaving up a green, that probably means their face-down creature is the, Oh, Buried in the Garden. Nasty. The only thing I have that gets rid of an enchantment in the deck is the big, giant worm, or whatever it is. And that's only when it morphs up. Yeah, Nervous Gardener, that's what I was thinking the face-down card must be. But then they had 2 mana. Let's see. We have Swamp. The only cards in my graveyard right now are a 6 and a 1. But I could change that if I keep being aggressive. Oddly enough, I think I kill the Nervous Gardener here. And just come in with the Gadabout again. They have the same bad blocking situation as last turn. And here's a sample collector. The mana costs in my graveyard are awkward for the sample collector. I'd really like to leave the topiary thing down there. Enlisted Worm. That's one of those stupid, list cards. Not exactly fair. But alright, I can be in a position to block. That's fine. And a little bit of a stalemate here. Okay, that's pretty good. Face down creatures draw cards if they deal damage to a player, and face down creatures that die come back and flip face up. Neighborhood Guardian's a pretty good creature too. Okay. So let's kill the worm. Let's kill the face down critter, and let's kill the flyer. Let's see what this thing is. Oh, it's based on the number of forests. They do have 2 more forests. It's probably better to put the counter on Judith. Wait, no, I'm an idiot. Shouldn't have done it that way. I mean, it makes Judith a good blocker, but it would have been like a really fast clock, right? 2 turns in the air if I put the counter on the Moroi. I do have to try to survive on the ground in the meantime. I guess if they have a removal spell for Judith, it's just kind of over. Oh my lord, they have Izoni? They have Izoni? If I don't get my Izoni here, I think the game's just done. Izoni with the Neighborhood Guardian is stupid. What a greedy deck they have. They're like every color. Is there any color they don't have? Maybe blue? There's white, red, black, and green. So yeah, maybe they don't have blue? Coming in with a spider. Well, that might be a mistake. Well, no, because they can make more spiders. Anyway, they are threatening lethal, so I have to block. Okay, yeah. We're up against Gumi Our Hope. Well, I have some mana. We're gonna have surveil lands. Whatever it was that kept it on top. Swamp. Guess I'll keep it on top too. Okay, they're being aggressive. I guess I could race them back a little. Why not? If they kill it, I get a clue. Yeah, let's see. Don't think I want to just throw it away on an attack, though. Okay, I forced him to deal with it. Huh. Well, it's not actually that good. I guess I'll go ahead and play the eavesdropper. At some point I have to get the thoroughfare out. They chose a land out of their top three. Oh, they were all land. Okay. So, let's see. If I can get Judith down, the Analyze the Pollen is good for a 2/2. So, I think... Should I draw a card or just cycle the Panther? I think I'm gonna draw a card. Gives the eavesdropper a better attack here. I'd have to double block. We're not going to. And I do need the land. Yep, take the block. I've come up against some people with some really aggressive decks. Alright, tap land, so it's not time for Judith yet. Sample collector. I mean, it's pretty good on this board. And I'll get down the braggart. Now, if they have removal, I could be in big trouble. They've had a very aggressive start. If they have removal here, I could be in big trouble. If they're just going to pay 5 mana and sacrifice their guy, then that's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's bad, but there are much worse outcomes. Okay, yeah. So that puts me at 6, but I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Yeah, collect the evidence, I guess. Can make exactly 8. Make the imp. Get Izoni. See if they can power me out from here. I just gotta survive. Take any blocks I can get. Okay, it's a flyer. But it's only 1 power. Izoni can help with that. As long as they can't burn me for 4, I'll be okay. Oof, it's a lot of flyers. Alright, needs to be 4. So I'll take this 5 here. I've got enough blockers on the ground. I'm gonna come in with Judith. I can cycle the Panther, and that gives me what I need for Izoni, if they don't kill it. Oh, don't you be looking at Izoni. Kill the Phoenix. Well, Izoni had to live, basically, to have a chance here. We're up against Amber Flame. Final boss. I guess. So we'll get you down first. No block. I could do a hard-hitting question on the Neighborhood Guardian, but that's not very mana efficient. I think I would rather do this. Okay. Like, do I want to block them both? Just block like this. Well, that's sneaky. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I've got to find a moment in my mana curve to kill this neighborhood guardian. It's way too powerful and limited. Red-white does make a lot of tokens. Careful taps. Face down card. No blocks. Alright. Hard-hitting question. Kill the neighborhood guardian. Die. No attacks. Say what now? I guess I can't win? I guess I'm just dead? What the heck is this? This is just dumb. This is so dumb. And a lightning box, sure. Well, I think the deck had all the power it needed to succeed. I felt like there were a couple of bad beats in there, but honestly, as I said, 6 wins I'm very, very content with. So even if I feel like it should have been 7 wins, I will take 6 wins and be happy. So that's the first Premier draft for Murders at Karlov Manor. As I thought, it's a pretty aggressive format. There were a lot of people online when I was looking at the lead up to the set who are talking about, oh, it's going to be such a slow format. I don't think so. No, there are a ton of ways for aggressive decks to get in there. 1-drops like the Red Goblin that make your morph creatures cheaper. There's just a lot of ways that, and suspect gives things menace, and menace makes them very hard to block, and they can't block themselves. That pushes you into aggro. So I would love a slow format, I really would. But I just knew leading up to this set, I knew it was not going to be a slow format. And unfortunately, it looks like I'm right. So, anyway, I'll still be playing it, and I'm happy about some of the cards for Constructed. Stay tuned to the channel for all that. Anyway, like and subscribe, check out the other videos, especially if you'd like to find out more about the draft method I have called Podcats. Not podcast, Podcats. And until then, never stop honing your critical thinking and empathy.